welcome back to Forex Trading Lions. Today we're going to discuss a high win rate Forex scalping strategy on the 5-minute chart. This scalping strategy is great and has been overlooked by a lot of traders. But honestly, I'm not too sure why, because it bangs. Okay, so we have a flat chart opened up and we need to add a few indicators. Using the indicators tab, type in moving average. Once again, it's the simple moving average. We will need 3 of them. You will also need relative strength index, so make sure to add it on your charts as well. Okay, first, so let's talk about moving averages. We have the period of 9, period of 20, and period of 200. These 3 moving averages aligned will give you enough information to enter the chart already. To explain it in basic terms, 200 moving average will be used for long-term trends. So what is the long-term trend on this chart? Well, we can see that the green moving average is above the candlesticks at the moment, which means it's currently on a downtrend. We also have the 2 moving averages that recently have been broken by the bearish engulfing candlestick. The 9 and 20 moving average will be your short-term direction bias. This is where you're going to base your decisions where you should enter and when. So in this case, we already have a break of the moving averages, which is great. That's what we want. We can add a short trading position just off this break. Now, usually stop loss covering the 9 and 20 moving average is enough, but since the 200 moving average is not so far away, I would cover that as well. This gives you more room and space to play about, and also if the market does decide to go bullish, very likely the 200 moving average resistance will come up and drop it back down. So since our stop loss is 25 pips, we want to take profit 25 pips as well, 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio in this case. So I finally added the RSI indicator, and as you can see, it's right in the middle, which means it's not yet overbought or oversold. This means that the market is likely going to continue with the direction of its trend, which is currently bearish. If we really want to see what's going on, we can also draw a trend line. As you can see, this is a solid trend line towards the downside. And as you can see, every time the market came back towards the trend line, it touched and went towards the downside. We can see the same thing on the wick going down. Same thing once again, goes down, and one more time it went towards the downside. Beautiful. Some other things to spot that you should always look at: this area zone, nice little M pattern. M pattern neckline was broken, went towards the downside. M pattern is a bearish setup. Every time it breaks, it should go down, so it did. And then we had sudden bullish pressure, which is fine. It bounced off the trend and near the 200 moving average as well. Simple. So now that we know the market is making new lower lows, it recently broke the 9 and 20 moving average. The 200 moving average is also telling us it's on a bearish trend down, and the RSI is not overbought, oversold. It looks like a great trading opportunity to go short. So let's do that. And as we can see, it's dropping down nicely and reached our first take profit level. So the reason I say first take profit level is because you can actually increase the profit gain on your trade. So after it reaches your take profit, you could move your stop loss to entry position to manage your risk accordingly, and don't close your full position on 25 pips. Maybe close a portion, maybe close 80% and keep the remaining 20% of your lot size running. Because remember, when it hit the 25 pips, the RSI was not oversold. Now, if we look at it closely, it's beginning to touch the bottom RSI 30 level, which means it's about to be oversold. Likely there's going to be buying pressure that's going to come in and kind of have a push exhaustion scenario. So that cycle will likely start. In a downtrend, when the RSI reaches the 30 level, you should be aiming to close off your trading position. So if you maximize this pip gain from 25 pips, this could have been a nice 45 pip gain, which is amazing. So from 1-to-1 risk to reward, it pretty much becomes nearly 2-to-1 by using this easy scalping strategy. Here's a great example for a buy and a few tips I haven't mentioned. So we know that the market has been trending down, right? It recently broke past the moving averages just off here, the 2 lines, 9 and 20, and now we started a nice little uptrend. There we go. RSI is currently in the middle, and you might want to enter a trade at the moment. And it looks great, right? It's a nice bullish hammer. But where can you see the problem? Well, maybe not here, but if we change it to the 15-minute time frame, it's still trending down. The candlesticks are in between the 9 and 20 moving averages, which could mean a lot of bearish pressure. So the best thing to do in this case is to wait. and be patient. So forget the entry on the 5-minute time frame. What you want to concentrate on is the 15-minute time frame and have a nice little break of that 20 moving average. So let's see if we get it. Riding down, and there we go. A nice little break of the 2 moving averages. This is beautiful. Now we can come back to the 5-minute time frame, sort out our trend. We can see that the trend is definitely towards the upside. It's making new highs every single time, and it might not seem it, but this one is also higher than this previous one as well, which is great. And also RSI has not been overbought just yet. But you're likely asking, well, Evaldus, where do we enter? Well, we can't enter, right? Because we don't have a confirmation candlestick. We had that bullish hammer, but it's not there. If we enter here, it's not great. The train has already left the building. So what do? Well, we wait. We wait for the exact candlestick we want, which is a bullish hammer or a bullish engulfing candlestick. So let's see what happens. So do we get one? At the moment, no. There's no entry. There's still no entry. And look at this. This would have been our entry candlestick. The bullish engulfing candlestick just off here. Nice little bullish engulfer. The blue candlestick swallowing the red one. It means it's a bullish engulfing candlestick. Although it has half a wick, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, I would still enter this trading opportunity 100% of the time. Now, RSI currently a little bit at the top, but it's still reasonable to enter because it's not crossing the 70 line just yet. So since we have take profit level of 20 pips, you should be aiming for 20 pips stop loss as well. So something like this would do. We are covering the 2 moving averages mainly. That's the most important thing. If you want to be a little bit safer, you can cover the 200 moving average, but in this case I would say 30 pips is a little bit of a stretch for scalping. Now what do we see? We see higher highs made every single time, and it's making a new one at the moment with this candlestick. So we would be riding this wave beautifully and see what's going on. So currently playing about, and boom, going towards the upside. And when it does play about like this, like a little consolidation, as you can see, the RSI as well is not going up. It's kind of playing about at the top, but not really being at the overbought level, which is the 70 level. So this is great, right? This is what we actually want. Now we already reached our 20 moving average level. We can move our stop loss to entry if we want to, move it to 10 pips if you want to. This really depends on how you manage your own trading risk. But if you actually want to be sneaky and make a little bit more money, you can actually look at another time frame besides the 5-minute chart. Let's take a look at the 15. And look at this. On the 15-minute time frame, we formed a bullish engulfing candlestick once again. We have our 2 moving averages, 9 and 20, still covering our stop loss, and the RSI indicator is pretty much near the middle as well, which is great. We can actually make more money. Now, when you look at the higher time frame, you also want to measure key levels where likely it's gonna bounce. And if I have a look, the previous high was over here. So if we just use the horizontal line tool just over here, likely it's a valuable level. So likely this is where the market could stalegate a little bit before it actually busts and goes towards the upside, or actually dips towards the downside. Well, we'll see. So if we play with the tool and it's going towards the upside, and you could have made a bunch of money on the 5-minute time frame. Let's come back. So from 20 pips to 35 pips, or you could have kept the trade running. Let's see what happens on the 15, whether it takes us out or not. And it actually bounces off the 20 and 50 moving averages once again, and it continues moving up, which is crazy, right? Because we have our RSI still not overbought yet on the 15-minute time frame, which means you can maximize your pip gain from 20 pips to look 40 to nearly 60 pips. So this scalp trade could potentially turn into a swing trade if you close portions. Let's say you closed 50% of your position at the first 20 pip gain, and you just kept the trade running for the rest to see what's going on, what's gonna happen. You could have potentially made quite a bit of money from the remaining trading position you kept. So using multiple time frames is super effective, and it will improve your trading results dramatically. So with this in mind, I had the back test using $1,000 balance, and as you can see, out of 100 trades, we could have made a couple of $1,000s, which is pretty damn nice if you ask me. So if you're a new trader and you're looking to improve, make sure to join our Discord community. We are absolutely smashing the markets. Whether you want forex trading ideas or just trading education in general, we have a community for you. And if you have any questions about this trading strategy, I encourage you to leave a comment down below. I'll answer all of them. And make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It helps my channel grow. And for now, peace out, lions. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and goodbye.